Hi. So, thank you for letting me give you this reading. I appreciate you and I am honored. This reading is for Aileen Garcia. I call in her spirit guides, I call in her angels, and I call in her ancestors for they could help us to bring in the messages for anything she needs to hear, anything that she needs to see, for it to become clear, and for may those messages come for the highest good. Thank you, and blessed be. So, this is going to be a 6-card spread right here. We're going to start off with the first one. This is going to be a heart chakra energy reading. So, this is all about you at the moment. So, we're going to start off with the first card. It has a little bit of pie right here. And this card will signify the state in which your heart is at the moment. It's a beautiful card. So what this card means, indicating where your heart is right now, is that your heart is open for journeys. It's longing for journeys. It's longing for those adventures, for being able to be out there and to like grasp life. You want to be in a path of a journey. You want to be able to travel. You want to be able to have adventures. Your heart is longing for those adventures, and it's what's longing for it at the moment. So this card representing you right now, that you want to have those adventures, you are ready to start on this journey, on this path, and your heart wants excitement. It wants to travel, it wants to have journeys, it wants to have that excitement about life and being able to discover and do things, new adventurous things. So this second card indicates the tension that you're holding in your heart. The tension that kind of doesn't let you be able to express yourself or be yourself. Dancing, self-expression, movement. So what this means, it means that sometimes you hold back on not acting, but being the real you. Sometimes you hesitate to have that self-expression or to be able to move freely according to the feelings that you're having. It could be because of judgment or because you want to be loved and you don't want the other person to feel uncomfortable. But that's actually what's keeping you blocked and hesitant. You know that your self-expression is one of the most important things, because once you start acting on your self-expression, the way that you feel, the way that you want, genuinely how you feel, the things that you want to do, and to actually be moving for it, to be able to have that activity within yourself, it's actually going to help you to align you to that love that you're looking for within yourself. It's going to start aligning you back to the things that you love, to the things that you want to create, and be able to have those genuine relationships. And that genuine relationship, most importantly, with yourself. Don't hesitate to express yourself. It could either be, like in this card, through dancing. It could be just moving to the pace of the things that you love to do, but things that are actually healthy for you, activities that are healthy for you. So your soul's asking you to be free within yourself, emotionally and physically. We all need that movement, because if we don't express, if we don't move, if we don't articulate, it could, physically or emotionally, we get clogged up. And because we're beings of light and we're beings of movement, we're constantly supposed to be moving. And if we don't move, if we don't take those steps, we become clogged and we don't get to do the things that we love. We don't get to express the feelings that we have. So this card is reminding you that the thing that's blocking you is you not being able to express yourself fully. But it's asking you, and you are way more capable to be able to do it. Your soul is longing for it, and it's longing for it because it damn knows it could express itself. You're the strong essence force of energy, that you have so much energy, and sometimes maybe you feel like you could be a little bit too much for people. No, if you're too much for people, that's because those people are not meant for you. They're not going to appreciate you. Be that light of energy, that bundle of energy that you are. It's okay to be extra. It's okay to be oversensitive. Oversensitivity is overrated, you know. We are have emotions and it's okay to feel. So this card is telling you that you have to express all that energy that you have, because girl, you have a lot. Okay. So how we were talking about that self-expression and movement, this talks in all in the aspects. That means physically, emotionally, and spiritually. Okay. So for you to express yourself in those three forms. So the next upcoming card is, this card is what's going to help you to be able to release the tension of not being able to express yourself. Wow. So beautiful. So I love how this is a heart chakra reading, and that's exactly the card that you got, like what's going to help you within this line. So this is a very, very profound card. So it's telling you what's going to help you to be able to express yourself and be more of yourself and have that adventurous spirit that you have, is through compassion, love, and cultivation. But when this card comes up, it's time for you to ask what needs healing in your life. It also means to keep your heart open, because it helps you to be compassionate towards yourself and the people around you. So seeing things in the lens of love, of being grateful, being able to be gratitude, like having that gratitude within yourself and the things around you, then the love is going to start coming in. Being able to be grateful, and once you start being grateful for yourself and the things around you, then that love is going to spread. You're going to be spreading everything, and you're going to see the love everywhere around you. And that also would mean that you're going to start feeling happier, lighter, and free of burdens. So what this card also is asking you to be able to cultivate a relationship with yourself. More than anything, with yourself. Have a relationship with yourself. When you wake up in the morning, how do you talk to yourself? You know, you're the first person that you see when you wake up. It's the first thing that you feel. So the more that you start creating a relationship with yourself, the way that you talk to yourself, the way that you feed yourself, the activities that you do for yourself, you start creating a deeper bond within yourself. Therefore, your heart is starting to become bigger, and you're going to have more room to love, because you're already going to be loving yourself. You're already going to be giving yourself that love in order to spread it. So also, like the color green, which is love as well, represents healing, growth, love, and nurturing. You know how to nurture yourself and know that you're healing, and through this you are growing. And the fact that you're open to have a reading for your heart chakra is such a huge step, and that means that you're willing and taking initiative to start healing. So I appreciate that from you, and that you gotta give yourself props for that. Also, this card means to be able to communicate from the heart. Whenever you're gonna speak, don't speak on judgment, don't speak on just overthinking, but more than anything, speak with your heart. And trust yourself. More than anything, trust yourself, trust your instincts, trust that where you're at is where you need to be. Love is your compass. And if you're feeling unbalanced with your heart chakra, compassion is what you need to be employing in your life. You have to have that eyes of compassion, not empathy or sympathy, because those are the kind of energies that drain your energy. Also, if you offer help out of obligation, shame, guilt, or fear, you'll burn out. So don't do things because you feel like you need to, or because it's mandatory. because that's gonna burn you out, honey. You have to do it from genuinely from your heart. The things that you're doing are actually coming from your heart, because if you don't do it from your heart, if you don't feel like it's actually genuine, it's just gonna burn you out and you're gonna feel drained. As well, one of the things that's gonna help you to be able to receive, one of the things that's kind of blocking your heart is you feeling that you cannot receive love, and that is far from the opposite, my love. Receive that love. You well deserve it. This reading so far, like, you're such a beautiful soul. The way that you feel, the way that you see the world it's nobody views it like you do, and you're such a gift to this world. Anybody would be more than blessed to have you in their lives. Therefore, do not feel ashamed to not receive the love, because you very much deserve it. You deserve all the love in the world. So practice on being able to say yes and to not feel guilty to be able to receive that love, okay? Do not block yourself from it. Give yourself that love and allow other people to love you, okay? Allow people to love you, girl. They want to love you. They see you. They see how amazing you are, and you know how amazing you are too. So don't take that for granted. Be grateful for it, and the more grateful you are for it, the more you're going to be able to receive that love. Let's see. Also, have an environment for yourself where you could release that judgment. We have this space that whenever you're feeling like you're judging too much or you're being judged too much, have that space to sit down, relax, and let that shit go, you know? Release it to Mama Earth and let her recycle it. Because once you start seeing things with compassion and with love, you're gonna start becoming more of a frequency of that. So open your heart as much as you can, okay? Make love with life. Abandon personal control and defensiveness by assuming the role of, like, that you need to take control of things. No. Don't let that. The universe will handle that in itself, you know? So let that personal control and you constantly defending yourself or feeling like you need to defend yourself, let it all go. You don't have to, you don't necessarily have to, what's the word? You don't necessarily always have to be defending yourself, because the person that actually wants to understand you is gonna ask you, okay? So just respond with love and compassion, and you got this, mama. You know, your heart wants to explode with love, and you got to receive it. Okay, so this next card is, how can you be more accepting of love? Premonition. This card is very, very out there. Like, if you could see, this one just has just one word: prophecy. And this number 3, I love the number 3 because it's a very, very spiritual number. It means coming things into manifestation, and as well, it means body, mind, and spirit, aligning the 3 together. And so the way that you're going to be able to give yourself more of that self-love is by staying present with your environment, present with yourself, present with the people that are around you. Because once you are more present, you get to see everything more profoundly. And it also means that you are a very sensitive person. So therefore, you could put yourself in somebody else's shoes real quick. So this means honoring that sense of yourself. Honoring and respecting the fact that you see, the fact that you feel, and the fact that you're a very emotional person. And that is not a bad thing. So you being present with your emotions, analyzing them, and understanding them is what's going to help you have that self-love. Especially when you're being completely present with yourself, that's when you have the most truth on how you are and how you're feeling. And being present with the people that are around you, because when you give somebody your actual full attention, they feel it. They feel it right off the bat. And there's nothing so profound like a person feeling like they're being listened to, because you're telling them that you see them and that you honor them. So be present with yourself. Be present with the people around you and the environment that you're in, and honoring the emotions that you get, because you're a very emotional and sensitive person, and it's not a bad thing. It just means that you feel more than the average person, which links into psychic energy, but that's a whole other topic in itself. Okay, so this next card is, how can you be more compassionate with yourself, or the people around you, or like us with life? Ooh, such a beautiful card. Transformation, magic, and illusion. Okay, so this card is reminding us that we have magic, and part of our magic is being able to have imagination. And the reason that we bring up imagination is because you could create anything you want with an imagination. You could transform your world, because when you start understanding not understanding, but once you start being present with your imagination, you start understanding that you get to transform and create the world around you with it. When you utilize your mind in this manner, you actively start expanding yourself physically. You start creating more. But this means that sometimes illusion kind of holds you back. Like truth, that's not your truth. So it's information that you have accepted but does not correspond to your truth, and it's kind of holding you back. But know that nothing is permanent or set in stone. You could change your life. You could change the way that you're feeling. You could change your perspective. So this is what's telling you to be more compassionate, that you don't have to judge things so constantly, but be able to be open to the idea of imagination to create the environment more in a playful, more in a loving nature, to be able to you can't like that you could change your perspective in life however you like, meaning you could like if a situation's being a challenge, instead of saying like, this is not letting me do this is backing me up, you change your perspective, and you're like, you change your perspective to, what is this teaching me? What am I learning from this? What is it that this situation is trying to tell me? So once you change your perspective, you could change a lot of things, you know. That means that you could change how you're viewing the world as well. This card is also a card for transformation and new visions, you to be able to be open to new ideas. Also, this means that keep yourself light. Don't stress so much. Be a bit more carefree. You already care enough, you know? But don't take it so hard. Don't hold it so much. Be able to let yourself flow. Let yourself relax. The universe will take care of it, okay? You just have to be able to enjoy and keep your imagination going, okay? And allow light to be part of you, because you carry so much light within yourself, and you just have to fully embrace yourself in it. You know, have that confidence. Know that you're always going to be taken care of. Nothing could stop you unless you allow it. You could take on the world. You could accomplish anything you want. Nothing is stopping you unless you allow illusion or judgment or truth that is not yours to keep you from growing. You get to choose if that's going to stop you, or you could keep going, okay? So you have the right to choose if you want to keep holding things too much in your heart, or if you want to let them go and be more. The more that you let go, the more things come into your life, because you have less things to hold in. So that means there's more space for you to carry on to new adventures, new feelings, new possibilities. Okay, and with this card, just like one last thing that it's trying to say is to sit down with yourself and understand what's actually true to you. What is it, the things that you want? What is it, the things that you need? How is this person affecting you? What is this environment affecting you? But sit on it with your own truth, not how the other person's telling you how to feel, or how they're telling you how this situation's going. No, no, no. Sit down with yourself, for you could understand your truth and get that veil of illusion off you. And once you sit with yourself with that truth, you're gonna have more answers to what you're asking about, what you're inquiring about. So this just means to just sit down with yourself a little bit more to understand what feelings that you're feeling, but the feelings that are true to you, not the way that another person's telling you how to feel, okay? Okay, so we are on the last card. So this last card is, how can I improve self-love for yourself? And myself. So for yourself. Ooh. New waxing moon, conception, inner self, and expansion. Okay. So this card lets you know that introspection is key right now. Introspection within yourself, being able to sit down with yourself and feel yourself. Damn, girl, all these three cards are telling you that it's time for you to sit down and let yourself feel and understand those emotions. So that is key right now. This moon represents your shadow side, the part of you that can be difficult to look at or to come into terms with. Surrender your fears to the angels or to God, and let yourself go into those feelings. And why are you feeling that way? Understand what are those feelings coming from, and release them. Release them to the universe, and let that energy be recycled. But you gotta sit down and listen to them, feel them, understand them, and acknowledge what they are. And once you sit down with yourself and be okay and accept all those dark aspects of yourself that you're not happy about or you're ashamed about, sit down with yourself and start being able to be okay with yourself, with them. Be able to embrace your shadow self, because girl, we all got that shadow self. It's that yin and yang, you know. That's why we got this shadow cat right here, you know. We gotta accept those darkness parts of ourselves. We gotta be okay with them, you know, because the only time that those shadow things, our shadow self, becomes a bad thing is when we ignore them, that when we don't acknowledge them and we pretend that they're not there. But if you sit down with your shadow self, those dark aspects of yourself, try to understand them, be compassionate towards them, don't hate yourself for them, understand them, and be grateful on the things that they're teaching you, you're going to be able to transform that self-love for yourself. You know, because we all got shit that we're not okay with, that we're ashamed or that we don't like about ourselves, but in reality, they're still a part of ourselves. And you are the only one that could change the perspective on how you feel about them. Bring that imagination and put it into action on why you're feeling this way and why these things had to come, you know, because once you change your perspective in it, ooh, girl, you could create whatever you want and you're going to be unstoppable. Okay? You could have anything that you want, anything that you love, anything that you want to create It's gonna happen, but once you sit down and acknowledge those dark aspects of yourself, don't ignore them. Don't think they're not there. They're always gonna be there. And if you understand them, that means that you get to have more control within yourself. So whenever you're having an argument, or whenever you're feeling bad, or when you're feeling sad, or when something's angry, all those emotions are not going to be in control of you. Because when you don't accept them for who they are, they're always going to have control of you. But if you sit down and understand them, why they're coming to you, that's emotional intelligence. Not everybody wants to do the shadow work. But the reason that this card is coming up is because you could do it. And because you have to. You very much have to. But it's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It means not everybody wants to do this work, but the people that get to do it, they end up being the most influential. They end up being the people that get to express more love, and they have a better relationship within themselves. So do that shadow work. Even as well, like if you ever want to come to one of my mushroom journeys, that's one of the things that I love about the mushroom journeys. You sit down, you take this medicine, and it shows you your BS, and also shows you what you're good at. And when you become at peace with the things that you are not okay with, you get to transform yourself, and you feel it. Your family feels it, when you do shadow work, you start healing yourself, and you start healing your lineage, and you start healing that lineage that you're going to leave off. So that means like our future kids as well. So if you're ever interested, you could join us. But if it's something that you're not called to, it's still something that you need to sit down with yourself with. Integrate. So yes, thank you for allowing me to do this beautiful reading on you. I have a second reading for you that's right here. This is the second reading that we're about to do, but that's just going to be a separate video. I'm doing this because thank you for being so patient with me for me to do these videos for you. So thank you, Aileen. I thank your angels. I thank your spirit guides for being present and allowing me to do this reading for you and give you any messages that you needed to hear. I thank them. I appreciate them. I'm thankful. Thank you, Aileen. May you have a blessed night or day. And girl, you got this. You're so powerful. And don't be afraid to be yourself, okay? Love you. Bye.